All right, August 11th from Justin to Cully. Justin, today's show, I'm trying to think of if it was better than the day before, because this was our second day of remote. I think it actually sounded a little bit better after listening once we stopped recording.
Yeah, I think it sounded a little bit better. I think Monday's show had more substance to it.
Yep. Yeah, today was kind of like a hodgepodge of stuff going on. Obviously, at the Cuomo news, we talked a little bit about the Dion, the coach debate that came up on the Portnoy show, but I want to just jump right into the end of the show, which was Kirk kind of called, he didn't call you out, but he said you have no use for me, and then Mike agreed that he has no use for you. What's going on in the brain? What happened? Where did that come from, do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I don't have any use for you. I think I got to get off these pills. I think these pills have mushed my brain.
Yeah, because you seem like you had energy coming in this morning. Did it just like hit you mid-show, do you think?
I don't know. I think I've been thinking a lot recently about like my head.
Yeah.
I gotta get off these pills. I think it's not letting the creative juices flow. Like I was terrible writing jokes today. It was not. That
fun. Was what I was gonna predict with you. Was what that to start the show you were probably nervous with the joke thing, and then when it didn't come to you, it started to shift. Is that accurate? Like your energy just started to shift at that point.
Probably. I mean, I came into it thinking, okay, here's like I'll write a couple jokes about this.
Yeah.
And it just was not hitting. I just couldn't, connect in my brain. So.
Well, don't beat yourself up. That's not exactly the easiest thing to fucking do. To write jokes live during a show like that. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
It's fine. Yeah. But it's it's tough. Whoever the joke man was on Stern was tip of the cap to him.
Jackie, and they talked about it last week. We've made contact with Jackie, so it's basically just up to Kirk whenever he wants to interview Jackie from the Howard Stern show. So, all right, well, we got that out of the way. So you have use for us. It's just kind of like you're trying to figure yourself out, right?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to, I come off very, it's hard to read me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people think I'm giving them like the cold shoulder or something like that. And I promise you, it's not like that. Some people think I'm coming off like as better than, and I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I don't think I'm better than anyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And what about yesterday with your version of the Look Ahead show? You couldn't get anybody. You could have texted me, right?
Yeah. No, I probably could have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I figured didn't want to annoy you. It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah. No. So I think you did 6 minutes or so, and just kind of a quick.
Yeah, it was like 7 minutes.
Well, one, good on you for still doing it. Whether I would have done it in a heartbeat. So never second guess that. You're never bothering me or whatever. So, but you did it, and that's what matters, right? Because we told people we're going to do it, and you did it.
I guess we're doing, just getting A for effort. At least I'm trying.
You gave it a shot. All right. So today's show started off with Jesse Spector. I came in here and I told you, oh yeah, Jesse Spector shared a DM of mine. You retweeted it. Kirk sees it. Now we start picking up. Now he's blocking every Minifan. So basically, Jesse Spector works for Deadspin. I think he's worked for Sporting News in the past. I was trying to find actually Ziggy Robinson DM'd me about. I think he was on the WEEI morning show back in the day. I couldn't find the audio. I don't think he found the audio either. It's tough to find, but so there's some kind of history there. He's very familiar with Kirk. Obviously, he turned down the opportunity, but he posted the DM, the picture of the DM, and then what you did this morning kind of started a chain reaction. Now all of a sudden he's just blocking Minifans like crazy.
Yeah, when I first heard that you said like, he tweeted out a picture of the DM and him being like LMFAO, like no.
Yes.
I was like, oh, we got to do something with this.
Yeah. I think somebody DM'd me that he did that because I didn't see it and I don't follow him last night. And so I'm glad you did that because it started a chain reaction. It's the same thing with people. I knew what I was going to get when I reached out to, maybe that's why you do like 15 of them and you just hope one bites, right? Because 99% of the people are just, there's no shot in hell. Knew what we were going to get from Jesse Spector with Deadspin of all people. I knew what was going to happen. I didn't think he'd share the DMs, but not a big deal. It didn't matter or anything.
Yeah, but I think him kind of putting out that tweet is like even better than him coming on. Like sure. Kirk said, like what's he going to say? He's going to come on here and be like, yep, racist, misogynistic. It's funny. If you check out his Twitter now, someone was like, can you please provide an example of Barstool being sexist or misogynistic?
Yep.
And he just quote tweeted, and then he put the Google search Barstool misogynistic.
Yeah,
so I guess that's his proof.
Well, Dave's in a beef here on Twitter.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I quote tweeted that. Yes, I saw that. Nothing new. I mean, I'm actually bored by it now. Like, there's nothing left to say. Like these people, attack Barstool and then just run away. I saw somebody. It's true. Their Twitter bios are all the same. None of them have jobs. It's all pronoun city in the bio. This and that. And they think it's gonna. Of course, it's a great thing for Major League Baseball. I do wonder if Major League Baseball crumble under the pressure eventually and give in. Maybe not, though. I hope not for Major League Baseball's sake.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, even his words where he's saying like, "Oh, I don't want to talk." I forget the exact wording, but I don't want to talk to Kirk, but I'll talk to what was it, Pave Dortnoy or something, Dortney, whatever.
Which I wanted to jump in and say the reason why they do that, it's such a stupid fucking reason.
Yeah.
The reason why they do that is because they think all these stoolies will like search Dave Portnoy.
Oh,
and
I see what you're
anyone
saying.
who
Yeah.
like
Yep.
anyone who talks shit about him, they'll be like, "Go attack."
They'll find.
That's
yeah.
why they do like bar, but like instead of the A, it'll be an asterisk.
Yes.
Because they think that's like getting around the system. They think
Yeah.
all the stoolies and Minifans, they'll be like, "Let's look up Kirk Minahan and
Yep.
see who's shitting on him today."
No, but that's why he's super smart. That's why you screenshot a DM and you post it, because then you're not vulnerable to people attacking you or to people going at you in any way. You know, it just makes total sense. He's just a dummy. He's a dummy who didn't have the balls to come on, and which is fine. Like you said, we're gonna make fun of him anyway and have fun with it. And that's what happened on today's show. He would never ever reach out directly to Dave Portnoy and have a conversation, even though it claims he will. It's just a joke. They're all the same. But at some point, I think, you know, something's gonna happen, because I do want another one of those. I don't know, we need another fight day around here. You know, somebody's going to say something we need, because we didn't get it out of, remember we thought we might get it out of the former Trump person, and that was kind of,
Yep.
yeah. So she, I don't know, that was just kind of a fluff interview or whatever with her. She just kept saying the same thing over and over again. There's nothing you can do there. But other things that kind of came up on the show today, we got to learn that you are into kind of script writing, rewriting Star Wars movies, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, when I was in my early 20s, late teens, I decided to. I wrote a couple scripts.
So is that just like hobby? Like, yeah, there's nothing like
fucking,
it doesn't like it didn't go to like a blog or anything like that.
No,
Yeah.
I just did it for myself because
Yeah.
I have peak mental performance. So what I
Yes.
do is I rewrite Star Wars films
Yes.
because I think I could write them better than
that's
a
good.
$1 trillion corporation. I've written things before.
Okay. Like what?
A couple of years ago, I rewrote episodes 7 and 8
Why?
because they were trash, and I wanted to like rewrite them.
Wait, which ones are 7 and 8?
7 or 8 are the new ones.
Force Awakens, right?
Force
The
Awakens.
Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker.
No, Rise of Skywalker's 9. I never got to writing that one.
Force Awakens was good.
It's already perfect.
Yes, but 8 ruins the Force Awakens, so I needed to rewrite it.
Is 8's the one with Benicio del Toro?
Yes,
Yeah, that stunk. That movie stunk.
that was terrible.
Did you write like every line?
No, I just rewrote like a reimagining of 7 and 8.
Well, walk me through it. So the beginning, I liked the Force Awakens. I thought it was a good movie, but convince me how it could have been better.
Just if it tied.
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
If it tied in more with like the prequels and the original trilogy instead of kind of going off on its own thing,
How could have tied? How could Han
Isn't it like a
Solo's
remake of the first?
Han Solo's
more or
in
less?
it. Luke Skywalker's in it. How much more could it be like that?
Yeah, hey, listen, if you're doing it, you're having fun doing it. You obviously like the script writing aspect, because you could tell even with the Sacco ideas that we've been coming up to. Like, I've heard you say the word write scripts a couple times. It's got to be something you moderately enjoy.
Oh yeah, no, I enjoy writing them, but I would say for Sacco, I think it's just better if we have something on paper rather than, because I know we might have been filming something after this, but we really didn't have anything written down, and I think that could just lead to kind of like just a shit show.
Yeah, 2 of my ideas that I have for it, I think it's the best idea to write a script just like for me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it could be, I don't know if like you and I will be able to get the comedic like stuff out of it natural, like just organically. So I think the script will help you and I in that situation. I think like if I was doing my ideas with Kirk, he would find a way to fucking like make it gold. Whereas I think you and we don't know what we're gonna come up with it, and we're gonna show it on a screen, and maybe 0 people laugh at everything we create. We have no idea. I'm not a fucking comedian.
I'm hoping. Yeah, big news today that that Kirk does not want to see it until the Sacco show.
That's what I'm alluding to,
So.
which makes me very nervous. I like it from the show perspective, because I would like to do that for, like on the Daily Show. I'd like to do that, but putting it on a fucking big screen with people paying customers there, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that.
Well, we'll see. Let's hope everything works out.
It is what it is. So I think we have 4 solid ideas that we're working with right now, and then that we're writing scripts for, and then maybe I don't know if Kirk's coming up with anything either. So I'm hoping that's enough. If we bang out 4 of them, and we're proud of them to some extent, or at least proud enough to show them off, I think that's enough there, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the ideas I have are half decent, if I do say so.
Your
myself.
ideas are better than mine. Mine are more like organic from the show, and things that were kind of a big deal on the not kind of a big deal, but like things that came up on the show.
Well, also beforehand, you just wanted to go on and just completely shit all over like Jerry and Macarano, and I was like,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I was like, that wouldn't be. You just wanted to skit where you just go up there and you just like list your grievances against Matt
Oh,
Corona.
now you're just making this up.
And I was like,
ridiculous.
I don't think that's good. And you're like, yeah, but fuck that guy.
No, that's nonsense. I would never do that. Which isn't that's not what I'm saying anyway. The other things that came up on the show, not that I'm trying to transition away from that. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that, Justin. You and your lies right there. I just have no comment to it. The other thing that came on the show, the phone lines. Obviously, technology this week was a big kind of. I'm not going to say it wasn't like totally stressed out. Kirk tries to make it like stressed. I'm stressed out by the fact of like, you know what you're doing, but at the end of the day, like he has all this control on his end that things might get fucked up. But we started it off when we opened up the phone lines. The callers could not hear Kirk. Is that how it played out at first?
I believe so. No, Kirk could not hear the callers.
No, I think it was what?
Oh, well, then he was pretending not to hear the callers.
Then that's where I'm actually proud of that point of the show, which is I know that he heard the fucking callers and him lying. Well, that's where it's like you trust yourself, but you're like, oh, fuck, if he really can't, like this is an anomaly that I have no idea how to fix because there was no other option in this scenario. So I'm glad we kind of caught him and called bullshit on it.
Yeah. Well, I believed him just to
go along with him. Yeah.
No, I 1,000,000% believed him. I was like, yeah, he just can't hear. I was going to turn around and be like, Dave, you can't fucking hear it. Stop
Technology's a bitch, and there's just weird little quirks. And for some stupid reason, the thought process was just from an inner working standpoint. Last show we had phone calls that were like coming through Bluetooth. There was more delay. The quality wasn't there. I wanted to boost it by using a different service and software and stuff like that. And I would have thought in my life that it would have worked, and it obviously just unfortunately did not. So we had to go back to last week's, which we'll have to do on Friday. And we don't know, which is the other news that came out of. We might need to do it a remote again next week because it seems the case is progressing in Iowa.
Yeah, I mean, which is a good thing. I take it. I mean, I take it if Kirk's like, what do you say, 84%?
84%. Yep.
That he still has to stay there. I mean, I take it that means he's interested in the case, and it looks like it's going to be what season 2 is.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So, all right. So maybe we'll have more to report there. I'm trying to think. Did we miss anything else from an inside perspective? Nothing happened before the show. I tried to get people in, but we didn't really even talk much to Mike. That must have felt like old school days a little bit. We didn't talk much before the show.
No. Well, I mean, it was just kind of.
Just let it just go. And then we waited for Kirk, and then we went. All right. So we will be back on Friday. We don't know who is in on Friday because Kirk just threw that at us as well. Was that Justin and I get to decide who's going to be in Mike or Jared's chair, the one Justin's literally sitting in right now. We don't know. And we also don't know, is Kirk okay with the remote guest aspect versus somebody coming in studio?
Yeah, that's something we should probably figure out.
We should probably confirm that before Friday because I think that allows us way more options.
Yes.
But it's something we've been thinking about for a long time is getting more people into the mix to literally sit in studio with us. We've tossed out a lot of names at Kirk. Hasn't worked to this point, but we'll see. Maybe we'll come up with something out of the blue because, when you put pressure on people, something could come out, right?
Yes, well, maybe. Diamonds are made out of pressure.
Diamond in the rough, is like I say. So, all right, we're out of here. From Justin and Cully, this is August 11th. We will talk to you again ourselves after the show on Friday. Kirk will be back Friday morning. We'll talk to you then.
Goodbye.